Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Yes, I'm alone. It's Sunday. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great week and your weekend was productive too. Yesterday, that is today, I met some of you in the event which we had in Chennai in Music Academy, and it was fun meeting some of you. Of course, I'm in the past, this is in the future, but I do assume meeting most of you would have been great because so far my experience meeting any of you has been wonderful. So thanks for all of you who did come to Chennai event, and keep your eyes out for those of you who missed it, and next time it happens, do try and fill it out and join us. It was fun. Anand, of course, spoke for some time, as he always does, and we did have a wonderful Q&A session, followed up with some meet and greet. That said, what else happened? Well, I went through all your questions, and there were many because I have not done answering your questions for a long period of time, thanks to Anand being available, Shashwat being available, and I wasn't able to get down to answering your questions. A question which I did pop out of all the questions was this one about the health industry in the United States. Should we be investigating this and be investing it? Is there value to be unlocked here? Or if I have to pick a health company in the US right now, which one should I be focusing my attention on? Because United Health has corrected massively, and there's reasons for that correction. So a lot of you feel that, oh my God, is this like an indecent moment? Should we step into United right now and grab it? And that's a fair enough question to wonder about United Health. So I thought I'll talk about United Health, I'll talk about Centene, I'll talk about Oscar Health, then I'll talk about Elevance, and then we will try to combine all of it and try to rank it. At least one, I think my ranking is, if I had to invest in any of these stocks right now, what would I be picking out? My top one, what will get the gold medal, silver medal, bronze, and what will be mentioned. So hopefully by the end of this video, I'll give you some clarity from my side at least, and hopefully it will give you some clarity as you are looking at investing in this sector. I'm sorry I could not answer all the questions, but let's start with a clean slate. Put in your questions in for this video, and going forward from Monday, we'll try and get back into our routine of answering questions which are down here. So I do apologize for that, and even Sadhu feels rather upset that I've not been answering your questions, because he's been highlighting this, saying, Vinod, you left the questions out, man. How could you? So anyway, first one, United Health stocks. The guidance has been pulled. The CEO resigned and the old guys come back. DOJ is investigating them for some billing. Then the market, of course, has been thrashing the stock. It has fallen by 50% from April. But underneath this whole mess, which is a beast of a mess, I would say, is a $24 billion operating cash flow. Optimum is, the plan is pulling $250 billion plus in revenue. And of course, the former CEO has come back, who knows the lay of the land, who knows the company well. He's in there trying to clean up this whole mess. So should you look at this as a turnaround story? No, not a value story. Well, not at least yet, because I would say we need to watch the next quarter, quarter two earnings, which will be out in July 29th for more clues. So as far as United Health is concerned, I would say we'll wait till quarter two, which is just a few days away, the earnings report for United. And once that report comes in, let's deep dive into that. I'll do another video once that report comes out. Sadhu will remind me. I'm sure on the 30th of July, he'll be like, Vinod, you said you'll talk about United Health, man. The results are out. What are you doing? So I'm sure Sadhu will remind me, and I will dive into the results. And if Shashwat is free, I'll try and pull him into that video too and get Shashwat to offer his views. So the next one on the chop block is, of course, Centene Corp. Centene is traded as CNC. It's a quiet compounder, as they call it. Why? This is a company which is of great interest to me, because if you look at the quarter one earnings, the PE ratio is incredibly low compared to the rest, and it's got $1.5 billion in cash flow. The EPS has been growing, by looking at the results, by 28% year on year in quarter one. They even have raised their revenue guidance by $6 billion from earlier the year. And if you look at the whole thing, it's very efficient, the company, improving their efficiency, and the stock is trading at 4 PE, which is sublimely low. So this is where I leave it up to you, because sometimes when something looks too good to be true, they say that means there's something wrong. So Centene is something you can definitely deep dive into and find out more on if it is a value that needs to be picked on. I'm not saying you should buy it right now. All I'm saying is it looks worthy enough for a more deep dive investigation. Far more time should be spent on it than a 10-minute video on a Sunday evening, definitely. But there is something there. They've got around $37 billion in cash. The debt is only 18, and they're buying into high margin business, especially the specialty pharma. That Panthera X, Magellan RX is something which is adding a lot of revenue. So my verdict for this one would be it's a very strong contender to be a compounder, and it's very undervalued, and the margin of safety rather seems high just at a glance, because I'm comparing 4 companies. So out of the 4, this one I would say is looking rather tasteful right now. The new kid on the block, of course, is Oscar Health. Oscar Health has been a disruptor because of the tech it has inside it. The revenue is up from year on year by 42%. Net income is at 275 million, and membership has risen by 41%, which is rather good. So if you look at it purely in terms of revenue and efficiency metrics and what they're offering, they seem to be doing rather well. But using all this tech and virtual urgent care and these automated claims which they're doing, they are cutting down their costs, which is down by 15.8%. But in terms of valuation, this is where I have my problem. It is trading at 33x PE, and the forward is at 19x. So we have no clarity on cash flow and where the debt is standing yet as far as Oscar Health is concerned. So Oscar Health would be another one where I would wait and watch and see what is happening and not rush into it, especially when it's trading at 33 PE. But like I said, if you are looking at this whole sector as a whole, this is definitely one that you should keep in your list. Deep dive, do the research, and if it does come into correction or the market comes to a wider correction, and maybe at that point in time, based on analysis, is something you can look at. The fourth one out of the 4 horsemen, of course not the 4 horsemen of apocalypse, the 4 horsemen of healthcare is Evolence Health, and what they're known for is giving out great dividend to their shareholders. So if we talk about them, formerly known as Anthem, they're the one who's been flying under the radar for some time. Their quarter 2 results has put 11%, the stock has dropped, and what I would say is they've been paying out dividends for 15 years and they've been profitable. This is the major thing which I would say is a big plus for Evolence. But in terms of other looking at quarter 2 results, I would say they've missed in earnings, the guidance has been cut, and their MLR has also shot up to 88.9. So the stock is at a 4-year low because of all this. So should you be considering this? Should this be on your list? I would say out of the 4 of them which I've been talking about, this would probably be the one which is probably the lowest on my list. So in terms of assessing these 4, what is number gold medal, silver medal, and bronze medal, and watches to watch, I would say United Health should be on your watch list only, and you should not be looking at it. If you're interested in investing right now, CNC is what you should be investigating further because of just where the valuations are and everything else. Cash flow, if you look at the risk level, it just looks right now. But like I said, please spend a lot of time diving into it. Don't invest just based on my video, right? And Oscar, I would say you can avoid it for now. The EPS growth has been strong, but the valuations is way too high at 33, and we need far more clarity in cash flow and risk level, which is debt. We need more clarity on. So I would say for right now is to be avoided, Oscar. And Evolence, yeah, it looks weak, but then again, if I had to only invest in one, I would do CNC, and the rest of them I'd throw it in the tank and watch and wait. So this is where is my views as far as these 4 companies are concerned. So Centene is where I would say if you look in the lens of the classic Ben Graham, the cigarette butt or the cigar butt on the floor, having a few more puffs, as Shashan would say in his intelligent investor book he would keep here, and he would tell us about that. I would say there you can find something interesting. But anyway, I would love to know what is your thoughts. It's been a long time since you and me had a conversation one-on-one. So it's nice to have this conversation with you today, me, you, and Sadhu. And let me know what your thoughts are about what I said. Do you agree? Do you don't agree? Do you think this whole sector should be a wait and watch? Because all the tariff things, if you look at this sector in terms of tariff, I guess this is the one of the sectors does have a roll-on effect thanks to tariffs, which is what is happening with the EU and pharmaceuticals. But other than that, I do not know what will be the real footprint on this sector in terms of tariff. That is also I'm curious to know. I think maybe this is one of those ones which is kind of insulated from tariffs. Anyway, I would love to know your thoughts. Put them down below. And I will try and honor my promise. Sadhu will hold my feet to the fire. And I will answer the questions from this video onwards and the next ones rolling forward. So thanks for watching me on Be Rich today. I hope you had a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend. And wherever, which part of the world you're in, whatever part of the day you're in, from Chennai at least, we're wishing you a happy evening. And see you tomorrow, where we'll try and catch up with something more. Thank you again for watching Be Rich. Good evening.